Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading Midoriya's Reader by Dad0724. It wasn't like Midoriya to take so long to reply to your messages. He would always reply within a few seconds, unless his responses were super lengthy. You had been sitting for an hour, waiting for a reply from him. After some time, you had made yourself some tea and put on the news in the background. Curled up on the bed in your dorm. He couldn't have gone missing, right? And if he was training, he would have let me know. Sighing, he finally stood up and walked to your dorm's door. You slipped your feet into your indoor shoes and opened the door, stepping into the darkened halls. You checked the time on your phone. Almost midnight. No one should even be awake at this moment. But you couldn't help the concern that was beginning to fill your mind and heart. After today's training exercise at Class B, and finding out that your boyfriend had another quirk, anyone would be worried. He didn't seem particularly content when finding out, mumbling to himself much more often than he usually did. He had also been spacing out a lot more. You wandered along the halls and up some flights of stairs, before finally arriving at his bedroom. You didn't bother knocking, he never locked it anyway. So you would have a way in if you ever needed him. He turned the handle of the door slowly and opened it, allowing the light from the hallways to seep inside of the unlit room. Izuku? You could see that he was laying on his bed, as he was on the top of the covers and wearing normal clothing. The peaceful rising and falling of his chest told you he was asleep, though. You sauntered over and leaned down, confirming your suspicions. He had his eyes closed, a peaceful expression upon his childish features. His mouth was slightly parted, his breath sleeping and coming slowly. He noticed that his phone screen was still on for some reason, and that he had been texting someone. It was you. In the text box, there was a half-finished message. I'm so sorry for not replying, baby. I just really needed to speak to All Might about this new quirk. Apparently, it had something to do with the predecessors. Why don't you come over here? And we can cuddle together. I'm really tired, so I might fall asleep. But that's alright. You can even stay over if... It was pretty obvious that he had fallen asleep in the last sentence. His thumb resting upon the K button for too long. You smiled down at him and leaned closer, turning his phone up as you pressed the kiss against his forehead. Izuku, wake up. You have to change into pajamas. You shook his shoulder gently as you whispered to him in a gentle voice. His emerald eyes slowly opened after a few seconds, looking up at you tiredly. A small smile rose to his face, and he mumbled out a couple of words. Hi, baby. He smiled, his voice tired and sleepy. You have to change your clothes. You can't sleep in that attire, he whispered, cupping his face in your hands and leaning down to kiss his cheek. He melted into your touch, his smile widening a bit. He let out the huff, then nodded, slowly sitting up and stretching his arms out as a yawn escaped his lips. He moved to the side of the bed, swinging his legs over the edge as he grabbed some white bottoms and a plain white t-shirt. He set the clothes beside him and grabbed the ends of his shirt. Come on, arms up. He complied and slowly reached his arms up, allowing you to take his other shirt off. You couldn't deny that you weren't looking at his body while he took his shirt off. I mean, he was wrapped. Underneath that cute face that was always determined to do something good for the world was a body that was sculpted by the gods. The small scars that littered his body were nothing to you but marks that showed his bravery and made him him. He grabbed the other shirt and pulled it over his head. pushing his arms through the holes and adjusting it. His hair had gotten a lot messier because of the shirt, but it was negligible, since he was about to sleep anyway. He unbuttoned his jeans next, sliding them down his legs and removing the socks too. He pulled the pajama bottoms onto his legs, thanking God that they were a loose pair. Next would be the blankets. He pulled them back from underneath him, making him lie down, and then he climbed down beside him and pulled them over the two of you, snuggling close into his chest and pressing a soft feather-light kiss to his neck. He chuckled a bit, fawned, then wrapped his arms around you, pressing closer and kissing your forehead, murmuring softly, "I'm sorry about today." He smiled at his tired tone. "Don't be. You had every reason to be busy." He looked a bit unsure, fidgeting and looking away. "I feel bad though," he said, sounding a bit guilty, even though he knew he shouldn't. He was just sleepy, and it happens to everyone. "I'm sorry for making you worry. Really. I'll try my best to take care of myself." Now, you knew if you said it was okay, he would still feel bad about it for a while. So, you had to come up with something, and the offer in your mind was the best thing you could come up with. "Then, let me cuddle you. That should make up for it, right?" He pooped his nose, kissing his hair with a smile. It was soft and fluffy, and it smelled like apple cinnamon. He nodded and growled, wrapping his warm arms around you and pulling you close to him, much like a teddy bear. "Good night, Izuku. I love you," he mumbled softly into his neck, hugging tighter. He smiled, hugging you close and kissing your hair. "I love you too, Lion-chan. Good night." Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I hope you enjoyed listening to this as much as I did making it. Anyway, goodbye.